Hey there everybody, it's Tanya at Hummingbird Paintery. This morning we're going to do a breast cancer awareness pumpkin set. They're 3-tiered from Five Below, so if you want to go get one, Elizabeth is the one that gave me these, and so I thought I would do it as breast cancer awareness because this is breast cancer awareness month, but the beginning of the month is breast cancer awareness week. So I just thought I would do some breast cancer awareness crafts for at least the next 2 crafts, this one and the next one. And I may do something on Friday, I'm not really sure. Hopefully people will get notification. I don't see anybody on right now, but we will see. And I've already prepped my pumpkins a little bit because it takes a while to dry. Hey Danielle, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. You're the first one for me to see this morning. Are you having a happy Sunday? Hopefully you are. My paint here, this ink chalk paint by Waverly. Hey Nancy, it's good to see you. So we're going to use pink and black today and fuchsia a little bit. I'm going to at least do 2 of the pumpkins. The other one is drying right now. Knoxville, Danielle. I'm in Memphis. Hey, Grace. It's good to see you. I can't remember if that's your name or not. If it's Grace or just Grace Fanfare Creations. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. Hey, Miss Tammy. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. I kind of prepped everything is what I was saying. Hey Diana Starkey, it's good to see you because it takes a while for it to dry and for me to do these things on it. I wanted to make sure that it was good and dry. This is chalk paint that I've had for a long time. It's called Miss Lillian's No Wax chalk paint, and it's called Sponge Sugar. Hey Denise, hey Carolyn, it's good to see you. Hey Miss Rose, it's good to see you. Good morning, Miss Tammy. Hey, Miss Gina. It's good to see you. Appreciate you being here. All right. Trying to get my chair comfortable here. Hey, Ruth Adams. It's good to see you. So that's what I'm using. You can use any pink if you want to. These are plastic pumpkins. They did come from Five Below. Hey, Jody. You're up early, girl. I guess you're like 2 hours behind us. So it's only 8 there, so I don't guess it's that bad. So I went ahead, and if you see on there, you can see through there where I've put my lines. I'm not real good at the method of Mackenzie Child, but I'm going to give it a whirl. Hey, Miss Debbie, it's good to see you. Hey, Miss Ray, good to see y'all this morning. So the small one, we're going to do just a checkered pattern just in black and pink. And I'm just gonna, I had marked them out. I had 5, 1, 2, 3, yeah, about 5 sections. Popping in to say hi, headed to church. Well, definitely go to church. Hey, Miss Debbie, good morning. So the ones that I've marked with an X, I'm gonna do black. I did do dots toward the end. I'm like, man, that makes a big black dot. Or checkered. Hey, Butterfly Beads by Ann. How are you doing, Ann? Good morning. Everybody needs to follow her if you're not doing that already. I know a lot of people will not be here with the live button up here. If you are not seeing that red live button, then make sure that you hit hashtag replay and let me know where you're from. Hey, Miss Gail. How are you doing, girl? Make sure you have even sections. Yes, they are even sections. I had like 5, and I may just do this one all the way up instead of doing it like that. But I know that I'm supposed to have even, and they are even. Need a break from cleaning up Florida. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry you were in that. Hey Yvonne. Hey Miss Patty Willard. How are you doing? It's so good to see you. Thank you for sprinkling, Miss Ray. So these already have indentions in them, so those are separations in themselves. I went ahead and just went around this with a marker. So I'm hoping I'm not going to see any of this. If I have to touch it up with the pink paint, then I will. Hey, Miss Tony McGillicuddy. I always like saying your last name. It's good to see y'all this morning. So I've got Waverly ink chalk paint, and this is just, I don't know if y'all's does this, but on my black it's really pasty. I don't know, instead of like regular paint. So I don't know how it is. I'm going to go ahead and do the sections that have the X's in it, and that's what's going to be black. I'm going to try to do the best I can. This is weird texture on here. Hey, Miss Patty Price, good to see you. So I'm just going to go where my line is, and I'm going to go down and get as close as I can to the other line. These are not going to be perfect. I know Elaine McLean, she does pretty good on hers, and Elizabeth is real good, and so is Debbie with Crafting and Grace. She's very good at this. I'm not very good, okay? This is not my forte, but I'm going to do this because I do like the checks for a little bit on the pumpkin. I had another idea that I saw on Pinterest, and I can't really do it. I don't know how I'm going to figure out how to do that. So I'm doing this instead. Hey, Chrissy, it's good to see you. So I'm just going to go as close to the line because you don't want to see that line where you've painted on there. And I probably should have done it with pencil after I painted the whole thing, but I didn't do it. Hey, Andrea, it's good to see you. Thank you for coming on. So I'm just going in between every other one. I think I'm going to have to do a smaller one up here. I don't want to go through to the other section. See how I'm getting up here? This one's going to be a larger section just because I didn't do it even there. And I kind of painted over that twice. Tried this on a tiny pumpkin, not perfect. Yeah, it's not, it is fun to do, but this paint is really chunky or something. I don't know. Hey, Ellen, it's good to see you. It's a bizarre kind of paint. So I think I'm just going to go around all of these sections. It just kind of looks weird. I don't know if I've got a bad batch of black paint. I'm going to have to buy another one and see if it's the same, because I don't know if it's just the black. There's something about my sound. Your voice keeps going from normal to deeper. That's weird. I don't think my voice is doing that. I'm sorry. Hopefully on the replay it'll be better. I think I'm going to get a smaller brush. I don't have very much control over this one. Let me finish this one and then I'll get another brush. Maybe just the paint that's bothering me. Voice okay there, Miss Ruth? Hey, Miss Peggy Simons, it's good to see you. Thank you for coming on. Let me see here. I'm going to get this one. It's a little bit smaller. Maybe more controllable. It's okay there. Voice is good on your end. So maybe it's hers. So I'm going to kind of lean it here onto the table. Yeah, this is a little better. It's just I got two little stragglers right here. I don't want to have two little lines. Put distilled water in it. Well, I don't have any distilled water right now. But maybe that's what it is. I tried to put a little bit of regular water in it just to see if it would smooth it out. It's really, really thick. Hey, Allison Shaw. It's good to see you. So we'll probably just do the two pumpkins today. And then I'll finish up the larger one because it's drying over there. I did it in pink as well. But I did black for the middle one as the background color. But I thought I would do, so far this is what it looks like. I've got this top one, but it's not all the way done. It's been fine on everything else today. The sparkle Mod Podge is thick like that. I don't know. It's weird. I'm just not good at this, y'all. When I've got to do it right in the line or whatever. I'm going back to try to make it a little bit prettier. Let me finish this one. I can tell I'm gonna have to go back. Hey, Michelle Varela. Jump off and jump back on to see if it works. Yeah, that may work. I don't know. I know I'm normally good at making lines, but I don't know if it's just because... This. It's just because I know I've got to keep this one in straight. I don't know. It's like bothering me. It's okay that you're late. I came on about 5 minutes early. I've been doing that lately. Because I just want to get it done so I can get my housework done and stuff. I've got clothes in the dryer and I got to remake my bed with clean sheets. Got my sheets drying and everything else. Alright. Woo, these are terrible. Definitely got to use a smaller brush. This might not be something y'all like to watch. We may do part of this and then finish up the other one. It's a little more fun. I'm going to do a leopard one. I'm going to do this one. Hey, Elizabeth Bauer. How are you doing, girl? Hey, Wendy Dorman. It's good to see you. There's a big barn event this weekend. Lots of vendors. Oh, barn. That sounds fun. I wish we were too, Gail. Naturally, it happens when we're not there, right? That's the way it works. You love it so far? I just don't do very good with this. I'm not good. Elizabeth, you're so much better at this than I am. I'm trying to get to the corners. Everybody's saying hey to Elizabeth. I think it's just the texture of my paint. It just is bothering me. Caught my breath. Gotta get back to cleaning up the yard. It's okay. Hopefully you didn't have too much damage. I'm so sorry. Hey, rust-covered cottage. How are you doing? So good to see you. It was so cool seeing your booth. You have some cute things, that's for sure. That was a cute little place to have a vendor booth. Oh, goodness, y'all. You're welcome. So far, just this. I've got one more for the one row. You went to Myrtle Beach? Oh, we were in Myrtle Beach in the hurricane. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, I'm glad y'all were okay. Shocked when you came across the pictures. I know. We didn't know that was your booth. We were like, this is so cute. I'm like, let's take pictures. Every time I go to a booth I take pictures of stuff. That's for sure. Goodness, this is terrible. Hey, Miss Cat, how are you doing? Have y'all done these checks before? All right, so far, one whole row and one. Hey, Judy, it's good to see you. All right, so now I'm going to go to the next one. It's probably easier to go all the way across. I'm just afraid I'm going to go into the next one. It doesn't have to be perfect, and you can correct it with a detail brush. Well, maybe that's what I needed to do then. Harder than it looks. You're right. Maybe I shouldn't be so trying to get it perfect here. Just kind of drives me nuts when you get to the corner. I don't guess it's too bad. You have to draw yours first. Well, I kind of did. I'm trying to get right on my line, because when I painted it, I still could see the lines, but just a little bit less. Did you outline or draw first? Yeah, I did, but then I painted over it. So I should have drawn it after I painted it. That would have been smart. Imperfect is perfect. Well, thank goodness. I'm trying to do a whole box and then do the middle. It sure is imperfect. 14-year breast cancer survivor, Cat. I'm so glad for you. I just figured some people are not going to be doing this kind of craft, so I thought I would do it. Well, I'm glad it looks okay to you, Elizabeth. I don't know here. Pretty good at being straight line, but not on this. I don't know. I'll have to get a detailed brush, just like you said, Elizabeth. This could take forever. This is the reason why I did this one on the small one. Didn't want to have to do this on that large one. Can you imagine? Thank you for saying that. I did draw it out, but not perfectly either. I'm just going to have to get it closer with the detailed brush. Elizabeth gave me this pumpkin, y'all, these three. So this is what I'm doing with one of them. And I want to do a snowman with the other one. Enjoy the moment. I don't know if this is restful to me. It's not my kind of thing, I think. But I want it to look this way. Maybe I'll give it, I have to go and get my mammogram soon. Maybe I'll give it to them. You love the pink and black? You did brown, white, and copper? That sounds cool. I like brown and white and copper. I'm just doing this for breast cancer awareness. Maybe I'll take it up there. They'll probably say, look at this hideous paint job. What about the snowman? Me too. Let's do a mini event. Me and you with yeah, we can do it. For sure. I think that'll be great. Gosh. Yeah, I love me some snowmen. I love some Santas. Gosh, I've almost got one done here. One row, another row. Yeah, thank you for saying that. I don't know, not on this. Y'all, I went out in the garage yesterday and cut out some wood. Oh, I got all the way around, y'all. Okay, let me do the bottom. And I cut out some guitars for Elizabeth, and for myself I cut out one. So we'll be doing a live, doing a little bitty one. I have to leave so I can record. Okay, that's good, Miss Linda. Thank you for coming on for even a minute. I'm good with that. But I cut out a... What is that little character? I forget what he is. He eats the wood. You like snowmen and snowflakes? Yeah, what's that little animal? A beaver. A beaver's what it is. I cut out a beaver. And we'll paint him. Remember that big old chunk of wood that I bought at the estate sale or something? I bought it somewhere in my adventures. Well, I got me a beaver to go with it. I know, a woodchuck. That's what I thought at first. A woodchuck didn't chuck any wood or something. Yeah, it's a beaver. He looks like he ate the wood or gnawed it down. All right. Woo, these are hard. Mine aren't connecting real close. I guess because it's on a rounded thing. Hey, Miss Robin. So I'm getting there. Almost. Thank goodness this one's little. Yeah, I think I can connect it better whenever I... It's just because it's on a rounded piece, I think. That's what I plan on doing anyway, Elizabeth. Using the detail brush. Let me see if I can make this straight. Right here. Getting there, getting there. It looks like I got one left, and I'm messed up on the pink area right here. So I'll have to go back on that. How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck couldn't chuck wood? It's a mouthful, isn't it? Y'all must need a brand new brush for this, y'all. Because then it will be very straight across there instead of having to go back like I'm doing. So that's really a good tip. To put that'll just have to do right there. Alright, so I've got that. Now we got to do just the top. And I'm just going to let it sit here after I dry this a little bit at the bottom. Thank you, Wendy. It doesn't look too bad. But I've got some little touch-up to do. But we're not going to worry about that right now. I'll do that off screen. I don't want y'all to have to be bored with this. And I'm getting there. Just want to make sure the bottom doesn't stick to my paper. Hey, Elizabeth Van Dorden. Alright, so this ought to be easier since it's up top. I say it is, but it didn't. Ooh. This one's on such an angle here, it's hard too. What I'll do is do all of them and then I'll do it right here at the end. Yeah, I think if you have a better brush, it'll be a lot better. It'll go straight. And I'm having trouble because this may be just a little bit too wide for the very top. You could get a smoother area if you have a brand new brush. But this one's been used to death, so we'll just do what we can do. I'm having to go over it a couple times. So definitely. Hey, Brenda Cahoe, thank you for coming on. And it's just harder to do on a rounded edge too. And I'm just not so good at it, so there. We'll touch up the bottoms. I got 2 more to go. And I try to get it all in one fell swoop, but you can't really do it with this. I don't know, between the brush and the paint being so thick. One left here. Straight. You want it to be semi-pretty up at the top. Alright, so I'm going to try to do this area. I'm going to do it sideways. That way it can get a little bit closer. It's just harder to handle here. Because I'm afraid I'm going to go past the point I need to if I go all the way to the line. But if you have a new brush, you'll be able to do it a lot closer. I'm just having to do this one little edge the other way. One little bitty bit. All right. So I'll go back and connect it, but it looks kind of cute. And I think a bow or a flower on the top would be pretty. Pretty steady hand. So I'm going to let it sit up here and dry. And I kind of got some pink on there. Okay, so I'm going to put this in there. Jumping on late. It's okay, Miss Lori. Hey, Miss Phyllis. How are you doing? All right, so I'm going to put this black back in here. I did go out and spray the other one black. I did have pink ballet slipper, and I was going to paint that ballet slipper and then do the checks on it. See, it's really a lot easier if you spray paint it instead of trying to do the individual until you have to do the details, like the opposite blocks. So I'm going to get rid of this plate because it's got black on there just in case. And then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the next one. Thank you, Miss Judy. That's okay, Miss Cindy. I appreciate you being here. Who's the MC? Miss Patty? Boy, I got black all over me. Let's see. All right, so this is what the middle one looks like, okay? And this is a satin paint, but I wanted it to dry before I started anything, and I just wanted to do like a leopard print. So I'm kind of going to do it like I did that other one with the football. And so I'm going to take the pink. Let me get my big brush. I want to get it. Yeah, Mackenzie Child. And let's see. I want to make sure I don't have any black on there. All right. So it's all spray painted, and I'm just going to take some of my chalk paint that's the pink and just kind of go in areas. I got really too much on there. I just want to make like a splotch. Doesn't matter. Just like that. And I'm doing them different ways, different areas. I'm just doing a splotch. But not too much paint so it'll drip. Not perfect, not, totally circular or anything. I just want it to be more paint on there though. I'm trying. And it doesn't matter if it's on the line or not. We're not doing it up and down. We're doing it just any old way. It's the way I'm doing it anyway. So I'm just making sure there's enough paint on there. And then we're going to do the other color in the bright pink. It'd probably be better if I had a circular, let me see. I know I do. Those little sponges kind of brush. I know I've got one in one of these things. I got so much stuff in them I can't get it open. Let me see if it's on this side. I know I've got some. Well, booger. Wonder where they're at. Then they would probably be on there just right, except it might not be enough paint on it. I have some, I just don't know where they're at. I have everything in these little boxes. I can't reach them, so we'll just have to deal with this. And I'm just doing a splotch on there. It doesn't matter. Hey, Miss Gail Gordon. I'm making a mess. That's what I'm doing. I'm just doing it on like this. Got a piece of fuzz on there. Gonna see how this looks. It's gonna look funny. Maybe it'll look all right. Might have to do a little more on there where I've kind of, when you pull your brush up, it kind of pulls some of the paint off. So we're just gonna see. Might need a touch up or something. I kind of like it imperfect anyway. Get a couple more on here and then we'll be done with that part. Maybe one more right in here. This one's trying to drip. Just make sure no drips. Let's see. This one's trying to. You got a little bit too much on there. It might drip a little bit. The good thing with this spray paint, you can just wipe it. Oop. Let's see. Not too bad. I got a little bit on the top here. There. It doesn't matter. Hey, Susan. Thank you for coming on. Hey, Marie. How are you doing? Need for your daughter who's fighting metastatic breast cancer. You sure do. Gosh, I'll be praying for her, Miss Sandra. That's terrible. All right, let me get some of this darker pink. Let me see if I've got a thing to poke a hole in here. And I'm going to dry these because you don't want to put this on there and then not dry it. Ooh, it's got a thing. Let me see. You're welcome. Gosh. So many people are having a hard time these days. I sure pray for them. I'm going to have to touch up the black where I'm sitting here putting pink paint on it where it doesn't belong. Just make sure you get it good dry. Hey there, Miss Janet. Hey, Miss Janet, the other Janet. Janet Sherman and Janet Gay. Thank you for coming on. I'm going to dry all these good because we're going to put a little bit brighter pink on there. All right, now I'm going to get a smaller brush, I think, to do this part. I know it. She needs prayers, that's for sure. All right, let me just see. Now this is what I've done. So we're doing it kind of like that. That's okay, Miss Wendy. You go right ahead if you need to. Thank you for coming on while you could. And I'm just kind of putting this on a little bit. That's just what it looked like to me. So I'm just kind of going around it. This part takes less time. Yeah, thank you for coming on. I appreciate that. Hey, Margaret Fazio, how are you doing? Up close, it looks funny. Good morning to you. I'm doing well, thank you. Thank you for the hearts. And I'm just doing this, no rhyme or reason, just on one side and then the other. You like it? So you don't have to do it perfectly. It's a good thing. See if I got them all. Got one over here. Let me dry this. Can you make them roses? I could, but this is just, you know, little leopard print in pink. I'll go back and touch up the black a little bit. It looks like a pink leopard to you. I probably need to go back and do a little bit on the light pink. But I kind of like it like that. Came on late. Yeah. I'm not going to paint tatas, but... What does it say? Hello, dinner is over. Came on to see what you're doing. Hubby did the dishes. That's good, Miss Lucille. Well, I don't think my daddy did dishes the whole time he was alive. He didn't ever help in the kitchen at all. My grandmother just waited on him. You just love roses. I'll have to do roses someday. Just not on this one. Now these snap on here like that. So this is what it looks like here on the bottom. Now I've got the other one painted pink. Let me get this up here. doesn't sit right. This one's light pink. The spots were supposed to be perfect, aren't supposed to be perfect. Well, thank goodness, Miss Judy, because mine are not perfect at all. I want to dry this some more, and I can try to do this last one, because I did put 2 coats on here. I don't know how good I'm going to be to do that breast cancer ribbon. That's what I wanted to put on the bottom of this in black. And just make sure it's dry good enough, and we'll see if it works. Let me see. It's a little wet right here. And we're going to do a gnome on Wednesday. And he's going to be holding the ribbon. What time is it there? It's 11:30 in Georgia. It's 10:42 right now. So it's probably 11:42 there, Miss Margaret. All right. So I'm going to get my black out, but I think I'm going to use regular paint. I do like the apple barrel black. It's pretty good. It's thicker, but it's still enough runny. I'm going to try to do this. So let me see. This is a lot better. This chalk paint's just too thick. Hey there, Ladybug. How are you, Miss Tammy? Thank you for coming on. Let me try to... I've had this stuff right here for years and years. I was going to chalk paint a piece of furniture. And I did. I mean, the one behind me. But I didn't think it would be enough. But it was more than enough. Hey, Miss Doris. Woo. Let me do this. Get it all off of me. Tell you, I'm the messiest painter. It's 10:43 in Southwest Louisiana. So you're in the same time zone, Central, with me, Miss Judy. All right. Got some in my fingers. So now y'all know we're going to do a beaver, and we're going to do a gnome, and a guitar. These are some of the things that are coming up. All right, let's see here. Let me see what looks the best. Probably right in here looks the thickest and everything. Justin got 850 for... I can't read the rest of that, Tammy. I'll have to go back and look. $850? For what? Oh, golly. I'm asking because Lucille had dinner. I bet she means lunch when she says dinner, because sometimes we do that here. She probably means lunchtime. Unless she's way off somewhere. I'll have to read it later, Miss Tammy. All right. So let me see. I've got my little cheat sheet over here. This is what I wanted it to look like. But I didn't want to have to cut it out. I just wanted to do the black. So let me see what I can do. Woo! Let me hold my breath right. I'm going to go back and do double, but we want to do it first just straight. Ooh, that looks terrible. Let me see what I can do. Free hand, Tanya. Gosh. This needs a new brush too, and I'm using this same old crappy one. Let's see here. I'm gonna have to go back over it just a little bit. Let's see. And hold your breath right. I can do it. Miss Robin says I can do it. I don't know. I'm trying to hold my breath. All right, so that's the one, okay? See how terrible the rest looks? But it won't when I get finished. I have confidence. Ooh, I don't know if I have confidence. Let me see. Let me make sure this little piece. There's one little thing. Now cut that off. Hey, Marianne York, thank you for coming on. All right, so let's do this again. Let me get kind of close here, trying to hold my breath. Let me get it close. See, I'm kind of doing it a little thicker right there. Ooh, your buzzer's going off on your dryer. Kind of hard to do it on a rolled up area. On a pumpkin, it's kind of harder to do. Let me see here. Go. Let's go down a little bit on this one. Well, it looks more even. Now. In there. Let me do this one. If I can hold my breath right. So that's not too bad. What do y'all think? It's a little crooked. Sounds great. My husband should do that. We eat heavy meal at 6, then stuffed. Yeah, we really ought to eat a bigger lunch and a less one for dinner because, and I try to do that honestly. A less meal at night because it's just too much to go to bed and feel stuffed. All right, so now it's okay. Keep wanting to do something right here. There. It's not too bad, I guess. All right. All right, now we're just gonna go, I think I'm gonna get a smaller brush. He eats 24/7, really? You don't know where he puts it. I don't either. I guess men can eat more than women. That's funny. We're just gonna take some swirls. Like this. Kind of like that. I'm going to do one on the other side. Right here. So it'll look even. There. Kind of like that. Then that. Then we're going to do it over here on this side. Do this one backwards. So then there's that. Okay. A little bit different. Thank you for those hearts. I appreciate that. Sometimes I feel like I eat 24/7 too. I just snack on stuff. And I shouldn't do that. Put some of my paint up here. You know, I went in Walmart yesterday to go grocery shopping and stuff, and I did not get any white paint. They didn't have any. That's okay. Thank you, Miss Judy, for coming. I appreciate you. Now we'll put it all together. And they snap on. Thank you for those hearts. Hey, Teresa Hughes. Thank you for coming on. Hopefully this is dry by now. So here it is. It's mostly straight. It's a little crooked at the bottom, this little thing. Hubby goes for walks when the weather's good. He's gone now for his walk. That's good, he walks. Thank you for those hearts. And whoever gave me those stars, I'll go back and check. Thank you so much. So it's kind of cute, huh? You love it? I'm so glad. I think it does need a bow up at the top. But I have a flower, but I don't know if it's exactly pink. It's kind of big, isn't it? If I put a flower on there, what do y'all think? A flower or ribbon? Thank you for those stars, Maria. Thank you, Danielle. Thank you, Allison. Thank you, Miss Margaret. I don't know, does it need a flower? Or leave it off or just put a bow? I'll get some pink and black ribbon. I don't even know if I have some that's like for breast cancer awareness. I might have to go get some. Perfect the way it is, just plain. I'll let y'all see it up close. Both maybe. And the flower may be too big. I just kind of thought of it. I kind of like it with the flower. You like the flower too, Allison? Just have to make sure I put it on the side where the breast cancer thing is. I kind of like it. It's perfect. Bow is too big. You mean the flower's too big? Yeah, it's kind of big. It is a little bit big. You say no flower, Miss Janet. You have a mother. Your mother fought for breast cancer for 23 years. Cancer won. I'm so sorry, Miss Patty. So sorry. I'm sure you miss her. Yeah, I hope I don't ever get breast cancer or any kind of cancer. And I hope the same for y'all. I know if you've already fought the battle, I hope you continue and don't have any problems. You think a bow, Miss Robin, and Diana and Janet said no flower. Just a bow. I think I'm going to do a bow. I think it needs something. But I just don't have any ribbons sitting here anymore. I done put them in baskets up there. So on Wednesday, we're going to do another craft for the Breast Cancer Awareness Week. And it's going to be the Gnome, and he's going to be holding this ribbon that looks like this. And we're going to paint that up and make him look real cute. He's going to be partly painted and partly wood. Pink drags in the black. Yes, I need to do that. I'll do that. I forgot about doing that. See, I don't know much about Mackenzie Child. That's for sure. Just a little bit, right? Thank you, Miss Phyllis. Hey, Madeline. Let me see. Do you just do it a light little bitty bit? Like that? Is it like dry brush like that? I don't even know. I'm doing it very little bit. I don't know if I'm supposed to do it that's the right way. I'm doing it more dry than anything. That's how little I know about Mackenzie Child, that's for sure. Well, I'm really little bit. Let me do this. Did it on the wrong side on that one. Does it matter? Did all of them on the same side except for 2 of them. Not everything checked is something. I can't read all of yours, Miss Tammy. Looks pretty. I think I got them all. I just did them 2 different ways on there. Here, I can fix this pink now. Since I got the pink on there. Might as well, huh? Let's see. Yeah, I just had a couple little spots that I touched with my my finger. There we go. It looks good to you? Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Well, thank y'all for being on here with me today. I will see y'all Wednesday about 6:30ish. I think I have late clinic that day, so it'll be between 6 and 6:30, just whenever I get here. And I'll come on. Thank you for the hearts, and thank you everybody for the stars that gave those. I appreciate it. And Tammy, I'll go back and read your comments. And I appreciate y'all. I'll see you on Wednesday between 6 and 6:30 Central. Thanks.